You are now listening to The Final Word, the number one Pacers podcast on the web, hosted by me, Raj, and my son, Preston. Pop by to listen to what we have to say about the state of your Indiana Pacers. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of The Final Word, the number one Pacers podcast on the web. I'm your host, Raj.
And I'm your co-host, Preston. We have a great show lined up for you today. But before we get to that, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to The Final Word. And most importantly, hit that bell icon if you're watching on YouTube so you never miss a show. Plus, it would really help the production of the show.
Yes, it would. It would really help the production of the show, especially since now, guys, we are actually on YouTube. We've been on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, guys, we've been kicking around this idea of actually putting our videos so you guys can see us and everything while we're doing our podcast. And we just hadn't done it. But you know what? We're doing it now. So that's all that matters. But we do got a great show lined up for you.
Yeah.
And like you said, Preston, it would help the production of the show. And just to let you guys know, this episode is sponsored by Travel Pro X. This episode is brought to you by Travel Pro X. For all your vacation, destination planning, visit travelprox.com. Travel smarter, Travel Pro X. So, Preston, Pacers started 2-0.
Yep.
2-0. A lot of people don't think this is a big deal. I think this is a huge deal. Namely because, not doing research because I wasn't really quite sure when the last time they started 2-0 was, but I do remember they've not really been starting great for like a really long time. The last time the Pacers started 2-0, guys, if you didn't know this, this is according to Microsoft Bing, which is powered by ChatGPT. The last time any of the Pacers started 2-0 was in the 2013-2014 season. And then when they won their first 9 games and finished 56-26. Okay, now check this out. It says the only other time the Pacers started 2-0 and reached the Eastern Conference Finals was 1994-1995 season when they finished with a record of 52-30. So that being said, Preston, they started 2-0 only 4 of the times other than that. What's the chances of us? Because I feel like based on how this team has started and how they've been playing, I feel like they could hit that 50s again. And they could do it this year. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've been saying that multiple times throughout this. We did a new podcast. I think they can definitely get 50, 55 games. A lot of people say they're projected to get like around 45. So I think we can get higher than that. Not just because it's 2 games. I just can see ball moving. I could just see during the preseason games, just seeing little Easter eggs, things throughout the summer, seeing how the teams go. And I could already have a good feeling just looking at little clips in the summer. Seeing them play reassured me, for sure.
I agree. 100,000%. 100,000%. And like I said, these first 2 games that they started, the ball movement has just been different. It's been on a different level. Now, obviously, we got Tyrese. We got some guys who can play a little faster this year with Obi Toppin and whatnot. But check this out. So, quick stats. So, Bruce Brown and Obi Toppin chilled out this last game. They, fizzled. It's going to be, they're still adjusting, new team and all that good stuff. But Miles Turner, he had a game. He went 20, 12, and 2. So, he had 20 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks. Tyrese Haliburton, he did a good job, obviously. He does what you expect him to do. He went 21, 8, and 13, so 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 13 assists, which is amazing. But you wouldn't expect anything less from Tyrese. And then Aaron Nesmith went off. And like I said, Preston, when people have said this before, the Pacers team is so deep, anybody can go off. It can be anybody's game. I think the theme is going to be Tyrese and the next guy. So Tyrese is Batman. It's like, who's Robin going to be for this game? The first game was Bruce Brown. Second game was Aaron Nesmith, and honestly, kind of Miles Turner as well, if you got to say that. Aaron Nesmith had 9 rebounds, so those 26 points. So it's like, who's it going to be with Tyrese? This game, they're about to play the Chicago Bulls. Could be Mandarin. You really never know. That could be anybody. So
yeah, it's good to have a well-rounded team and a lot of guys who can just pop off and give you 20 any night. So it's really good to have that. A lot of people think, well, I would have my top 2 guys and everybody else score around like 15 so because everybody likes to have the top 2 guys that are just sure, like these Celtics, but at the same time, it's like it's good to have like those top 2 guys, but as well as some other people who can give you 20 on a random night that you need.
Exactly. And we definitely got that recipe for success. So really excited. Another thing I was excited about was TJ McConnell. T-Hog, that's what they call him. TJ McConnell, he got some playing time this game. And I was excited about that because he got playing time in the first quarter. Apparently, Carlisle thought that the team needed his boost of energy. And I'll be quite honest, I don't see any time the team wouldn't need his boost of energy. All the time because they have slow starts. And I think somebody somewhere said, we got to get out of these slow starts, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's like, I don't necessarily call it slow. Like, it is a slow start, but it's also like, we're not really, like, we're like hanging with the team too much and we're not really like, and things all start to, you don't see clicking. But like right now, that's okay. But also I see what you're saying. We need to pick that up because come time playoff come, there is no room for slow starts. There's this in-game tournament, it might slap us in the face. We don't know because of our slow starts. Like we're winning games, but also it's like it's slow start, and then maybe after the first, then we start to pick it up and stuff. It's like we don't have time for that, especially when the tournament's coming up. So I never gonna make a difference.
100%, 100,000%, I agree. So, but yeah, TJ, I'm just glad he got it in there because I know he was so a little discouraged. He's a true professional. Like I said, he's taking it as well as anybody can. But hopefully, the Pacers can continue to get him the time he needs to be effective in the way he needs to be and to keep him happy, honestly, because we want to make sure he wants to stay around here. He's a fan favorite. He's kind of like I want to call him the new Lance. He's been here for a little bit. Honestly, I think the amount of time he's been here is equal to the amount of time Lance has been here at this point. Even though Lance has kind of been here off and on for like, I guess something I'm like,
Miles Turner?
No, I mean TJ McConnell. Oh, TJ McConnell's like new Lance. Like, I think said Lance was a fan favorite, but I think we all know that ship has sailed and it's never coming back around. So TJ McConnell, he's the new fan favorite. He's the new Lance Stevenson. If anybody disagrees with me, please let me know on the Final Words website under this podcast. So, but that's how I feel about it. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. So happy to see TJ McConnell getting some playing time. But like I said before, Aaron Nesmith, he went off, and so what do you think about this? So we didn't really touch on this last time. But he got the contract extension for 3 years, $33 million. Do you think that was a good deal for Aaron Nesmith and the Pacers? Do you think that was a bad deal for Aaron Nesmith and a good deal for the Pacers? Do you think that was a bad deal for the Pacers, a good deal for Aaron Nesmith? How do you think his value to the Pacers? Obviously, they are offering the money they wanted to be here.
Yeah.
But do you think having Aaron Nesmith around solidified for another 3 years is a good thing? Do you think that what they paid him was fair?
So you said 3 years for how much?
33 mil, so pretty much 11 a year.
And it's just what, second year? What? How long is he like?
No, I mean just for right now, it's just like, do you think? No, about really just off of this? Yes, just off of. All right, yeah. So I think that's a pretty good deal for him. And I think it lets, like, 3 years, a long time, lets you know the Pacers want to be with you for a while. And it's like, I would feel really good if I was him. And it's like, yeah, I think the Pacers really need another good power forward, like, give me up Thaddeus Young. Yeah, like another person kind of like Thaddeus Young. Obviously, he's not catching lobs like Thaddeus Young. But at the same time, it's like, I think we needed, like, another person like that. I think I see like a wild potential because I can't remember what part of the game was like third or fourth quarter. And then TJ McConnell just going back and forth, like getting buckets, of both of them. I think TJ McConnell, shoot. McConnell's, I think he's still in the middle of his contract. He had 4 years. I think he had a 4-year contract extension. I can't honestly, like, man,
he needs to get another one because it's also good to have that, have a good veteran on your team as well as like, and then he's also growing. It's cool because it's like he's a veteran. But then he's also like, he's not that old though. He's like 31, right? So he's a veteran in the league, but he's not like old or anything. So it's like cool because he's still growing, and it's cool to see like a veteran, somebody who's I'm just playing it out. I don't know how long. Like he's still like really working out. I could tell he has good work ethic.
On the other great work ethic
because he's getting these buckets like I've never seen him get before, and like getting to the lay and getting that mid range, which he already showed us last season. But yeah, him and
Nesmith.
Nesmith have definitely shown growth since they've been in the Pacers, and I think Nesmith definitely deserves that contract.
I agree. Another thing I like about McConnell and Nesmith, honestly, is when you put them on the floor, kind of like when you put Tyrese on the floor, you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You're not confused. They may or may not show up. They're gonna show up. They're gonna give it their all, and they're going to perform, which is another reason I'm so excited. Now, like I said, some other guys, Bruce Brown, like I said, he had those 6 threes in the first game here. It was a great opener for the Pacers and everything. Welcome to Indiana, all that good stuff. But Bruce Brown's still not that guy to do that. Now, he's like a Swiss Army knife and everything like that. He can do a little bit. I guess he can guard 1 through 5. I think Miles Turner was in the podcast talking about when they played Bruce Brown and another team, I don't know if it was Brooklyn or whoever. But Bruce Brown had to task guarding Miles Turner, and Miles Turner thought it was a little pesky that Bruce Brown was on him, considering Bruce Brown's height. He's one of those guys, I guess, shorter but can play big. So but he's not that guy. He's not the scorer. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can provide some energy. He can do a little bit of everything. But obviously, it's just thought it's good to have him.
I see a lot of potential in Bruce Brown too. Oh yeah, he can do a little bit of everything. But at the same time, it's like it's almost like when you need him, he'll show up. Because like in other games of the preseason and stuff, like we got the game without at least we would have got the game without Bruce Brown on the court. They're not. However we want to say it, it's true. Like if we don't want to say it, we could have gotten those wins in the preseason games without Bruce Brown. That's it. But then in the first game, our what's it called? Our home opener. We couldn't have won that game, I don't think, without Bruce Brown, because Bruce Brown was definitely, 6 threes and 20-something points. Like, we couldn't have 24 points, yeah. So it's like things like that. We couldn't have won the game without Bruce Brown. But it's almost like he's there when you need him. To be honest,
he's there when you need him. I'm glad we didn't need him the last game because he didn't really show up.
It's also good. It's like the team got your back. Like we said, we don't really have a 2-guy like. Our opening night, Bruce Brown was the Robin to Tyrese's Batman. But like to last time, it was Nesmith, yeah, and Turner. And so it was just a lot of guys that time too. And it's just good to have that.
Now that Mather had 13 points, so he wasn't shabby either.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of good guys that can rotate in.
I still like to see Mather more, but it's also good because it's like play team ball. You're not playing like Luka scored the most, and he's only in his second year. He's not the guy as much as I want him to be the 2 guy. Because if we would have to have a second guy, I would love for it to be Mather. Also, I wouldn't rather have Mather have 25 points, 1-2 assists, and a 1 rebound or something. I'd rather have Mather have 15 points and 5-6 assists. He probably didn't get that last game. I think he had 3 or around somewhere like that. But I would rather have Mather and work up his assists if he's going to score around that 15 range. But if he's not, I'd rather have him just get 20 because I know he did get buckets.
Yeah, honestly, I just want him to play smarter, which he's definitely been playing smarter this year. I can tell. I can just really tell these guys this year just really want it. It feels a little different. So, like I said, we talked about previously, last time they went 2-0 Eastern Conference. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but shoot, you really never know. There's been some people who think this is going to be a surprise team to the extent of kind of like the Pacers are going to be this year's Kings. I've heard another guy say that on a podcast. And I was like, you know what? It could be. The way they're starting, what are you saying?
The way they're starting, yeah, but you also got to think all the teams around in the East. And the East, it's no longer West is better than East anymore. It's the East and the West are pretty even for the most part. And it's it's hard to be the top because you got to remember the
Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, I almost said Sacramento.
That's two last teams.
Yeah, the Sacramento Kings were the first. Like, at the end of the season, they ended the first, right? They have the first seed, the number one.
No, they were 2.
Well, they were
Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah. They were
like 2-3.
They were first for a certain amount of time. I don't remember, but it was just this time I kept checking they were first, but I guess they were bouncing.
I recall them being first. I thought it was were all the way 3.
Yeah,
I mean, y'all can fact that.
Yeah, you can fact that. But still,
Denver was
they were in that 2-3-1 like that spot. But I don't really think we could get.
But you got
I thought we could get like the 4, but like they were higher up than us, and they also had the team was just, I don't know, it was just something about it. They were clicking more.
Yeah,
and they could keep up with the Warriors to make it go to a Game 7. Went to a Game 7, didn't it? Yeah. So they pushed the Golden State Warriors to go to a Game 7, who were just champions the time before. So I don't know if we could make the Warriors go to a Game 7. I mean, I faith in the pace.
I mean, if we make the Warriors go to the Game 7, that means we are in the finals.
Yeah, so it's like, and we don't really know because like we're basing it off of, because this is a new team. I know, like, you can't. It's also, we got to remember the team that we were last year didn't make the playoffs, and a few extra guys came in, but it wasn't no all-stars that came in. But yet we just get some guys that can move the ball and are really good and fast. So that also helps the ball movement, passing, and just all the little things, like coaches told me the other day, like the little things in basketball separate you from other teams. So we do have those little things. I do think we could get higher up in the East, but to hold the Golden State Warriors, who were just champions, like I'm just talking about the championship team. I don't know where the team looks right now, but the team last year who were just champions the year before and held them to Game 7. I don't know if we could do that right now.
No,
watch based off the 2 games.
Well, what I'm saying is we'll never see that unless us and the Warriors are in the finals. Now, what I'm saying, you're comparing the Pacers to the West Coast, with the West Coast teams and the Warriors, what they can do. I'm talking about what we can do on the East Coast. And I think we can be the East Coast version of last year's Kings. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And like you said, we got few people. But you have to remember also, it was the year before last, I believe, when the Bulls didn't make a huge stir, but they got Lonzo Ball, and they got what's his face, point guard, bald head, Lakers, Caruso, and DeRozan. And you look at those players, you're like,
the only person who stands out. If you watch basketball, all those players should stand out to you, because Ball brothers, Alex Caruso came from a championship team the year before, and then you got DeRozan, who's pretty sure he was an all-star a couple times. So if you watch basketball, but other than that, the only person who would probably pop out was DeRozan. Something.
Yeah, but the thing about it is nobody was excited about that. They're like, oh, the Bulls make some a little improvement, I think. But I really think it was just chemistry. Yeah, and the pieces they need, like you're saying, just the little small things can make a big difference. Yeah. And we got our Lonzo Ball, which is Tyrese, which obviously he's above Lonzo, and he's above his brother, Melo. So we got that piece.
Yeah.
He's above Melo, period.
Yeah.
He's above Melo.
Yeah.
He's above Melo. Melo's flashy too and everything.
I think Melo, they both do. I think that even the amount of flashy passes, but I feel like Tyrese has smarter.
Tyrese smarter.
Tyrese one also has more options too. But I'm not trying to defend Melo or anything, because I think he is better.
But Tyrese just knows. He knows the game. You can tell the way he has his court vision, everything. You can tell that man.
Yeah, I could tell he has a better court vision.
Yeah. So I think so. We got our Ball or Melo, and then I mean, who's gonna be our DeRozan?
I mean, it's fine. We don't have to go like play.
Do we need to have? I don't need to have a DeRozan, because, like you said, like we're talking about, anybody can be that. So I don't know. Basically, I just really think we have a huge chance of doing something special. I think a lot of the guys in the team think so as well. Obi Toppin, like he was saying, as tight as their offense is, as much as they'll have the ability to score, like we're talking about being an offensive juggernaut and everything like that. He was pretty much saying, Obi Toppin was saying what I think everybody thinks is, at the pace we're scoring, if we can really lock down that defense like tight, like how the Clippers locked down Spurs to like 83 points the last game. Clippers, I think it was like Clippers had like 120. Pretty sure Kawhi played that game. I didn't watch a whole bunch of it. Locked up. If we can lock them down or lock anybody down, I think we're going to have a much better year than a lot of people thought. So, over this yes player.
And people were already saying that. And the Pacers, it's funny because like we were supposed to have this type of outcome last season. Because people were like, maybe not this big of like much of a hype, but last season, I remember people were getting really excited to go to Pacer games. And some of my friends never said nothing about the Pacers. Whereas I suddenly all the time go to the Pacers game, checking out Tyrese, checking out blah, 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 blah. And they were always going to the Pacers game. Mather, because if you remember at the beginning of the season, we might not have been 2-0, but we were. Mather was, because it's like Mather, you could tell like when we first got in there, he was just like, whoa, I'm going to be rookie of the year. I'm going to get buckets. I'm going to score 29, which he dang near did. And then Tyrese feeding them that ball, boom, 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 Tyrese, buckets. And then Miles Turner would like come in, and we were talking about the podcast. Oh, Miles Turner's doing better than he did years before. Got Grandpa in there. So we were pretty hot. We might not have been 2-0, but we were pretty hot, picking up speed. And we were hanging around that 4 spot, I think, maybe 5, 4 or 5.
About 5,
yeah. 5. And then, and then suddenly, boom. Tyrese just injured.
And even Miles,
yeah. And so people, most of them got hurt, and then people stopped going to games.
The problem was our team wasn't developed enough. We had Nembhard and we had Mathurin. They were rookies that year.
Yeah.
Because you can tell both of them have improved in their knowledge and skill of the game. And so you can see, now we got an improved Nembhard. We got an improved Mathurin. We got an Obi Toppin. We got a high flyer. We got Bruce Brown. We got the Swiss Army knife. And then we got Tyrese Haliburton and an improved Miles Turner. So, I mean, everybody's improved. And he has all, like we talked about, we got all these different weapons and everything like that. So it's like, man, like, then we got a hungry TJ McConnell.
Yeah, and I was too. Because Coach is not giving him as much time as he was giving. He's like, hold on now, Coach. Like, and he proved that in the Cavs game, which the game today, he's definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got all that going for us right now. So I really think, God forbid, if Tyrese gets hurt, we're not going to go through that big old 12 game skid or whatever we want.
I think he can hang until he comes back.
Now, the magic will be is if he never gets hurt. If Tyrese never got hurt last year, we would have been in the playoffs. Can you imagine if we would get hurt this year with the weapons that he has to play with? Can you imagine what that's going to look like?
We didn't even make the play in, did we? No. See, we would have definitely for sure made the play in if Tyrese was still there.
No, Tyrese we were going to be in the playoffs for sure. I know we would have played it. I know.
The for sure spot would have been the 6, and the pill, because at the same time it's like either way around the time where a little bit before Tyrese got hurt, you could kind of see Mather like being a little flaky a little bit because, you know, he's a rookie, he's on fire, boom, 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 boom. Well, there's just certain things like the pace, maybe not the pace, he's pretty athletic and pretty in shape, but like just certain things about the NBA, I haven't played in it, so I don't know, but I'm sure there's certain things from college to the NBA, it's a big change. So you're still getting used to it and still like, there's still a way higher level of basketball play. So he was still a little like that, and then so was Nembhard a lot more so. And so, like you said, like we have more developed both of them. So, I mean, if we were supposed to be around that 6-7 spot last year, I mean, I think we can definitely get to the 5-4 spot. Like I said, the 4 spot. I don't know if we can be Kings 3-2. I think we can be. I think there's a possibility 3 because I don't know a lot of. I mean, I say there's 4 teams in the East that could get 55. like 55 games. And then I believe, I know a lot of people say this high, but people are saying basically going to get like around 43, 45. But I say if we could get 50, 55. I know 55 is my number, but
I think we got a minimum 50 at this point.
I think
50 is the goal.
Minimum 45 if some things go wrong and we just have a streak for some reason and things aren't clicking and some teams just start slacking with us. But I think 50 to 55 is our high.
If Tyrese is hurt for an extended period of time, I think we're 42 on the low. But if Tyrese in, I think we got maybe 10 more games. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a great team to watch. So excited. We got a lot of good signs coming at us. So we didn't talk about this either. Rick Carlisle's extension, 4 years. I like Rick Carlisle as a coach. I think he's solid. I think the team respects him, which is important. It's very important to respect the coach.
I feel like we expect that one Nate guy that came after.
Nathan Jordan?
No, the one that came after.
Nate was before that.
I mean, Nate Bjork.
Nate Bjork went back to being like a bench coach.
Yeah, I don't think the team respect because where it wasn't playing. He's playing music and stuff, and remember that we playing mom. Yeah, I remember we had him, and I was
like, "Who's this guy? I don't even like his last name. Get him out of here." That's all I was thinking. But Jordan, I was like, "What's a Bjorkman? What is that?"
Sound like
something you throw up, Jordan. Get some con your throat. Jordan. What is that? But anyways, so Pacers going to be playing the Bulls coming up tonight. Oh yeah, baby. Bulls had a 1-2 start, so I think this gives us a really good opportunity to go 3-0. A really good opportunity.
This is going to be a good game though. We were just talking about them and how they've grown. You know, I think somebody got hurt though. Heard about that. I think they're back out. But yeah, this is going to be a really, really good game. This is going to be a really good game because I'm interested to see how, because the Bulls ball movement is pretty good too. They don't have like a general like passing, but
I haven't seen the Bulls play this year, so we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. Lonzo Ball is still not back.
Yeah, that's
so we'll see. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, Lonzo Ball still not back, and that's definitely he's honestly the piece that they need.
Yeah,
no, he's the cock. He's like I said, he's their Tyrese. If you're not, I'm not saying he's Tyrese on his level. I'm saying he's their Tyrese. Whether you're going to give him the credit,
well, I say like in passing, but just the leader of the team that goes to Zach LaVine.
No, I mean Zach LaVine's the scorer. Yeah, I'm not talking about. Honestly, I don't even know how they respect Zach LaVine. I know he can go drop a 50 piece every now and then like he did, but the thing about it was that he dropped the 50 piece on Detroit Pistons and they still lost by like 15 or 16 or something. So leader of the team, I don't really know how the team feels about him as being leader. I know he's the guy. He was the guy who got there before, but whether you call him a leader or not, Lonzo Ball, like I said, was their Tyrese. He was their floor general. He's that guy who had that court vision, and nobody else had that court vision like Lonzo Ball for their team. There's very few people who have court vision like Lonzo Ball and Tyrese and LaMelo Ball, and she wouldn't throw Young in there.
Who's Young?
Yeah, Hobo Young. Hobo there.
Oh, Trae Young. Oh yeah, not. And then I saw this pass he did the other day where he like passed spin like Trae Young. He got some flashy passes. He was hitting on them earlier in his career. I learned man, it is like his friend. Yeah,
Hobo there.
Yeah, because
Hobo,
he was talking about
like a little black hobo hat and everything, mustache. So, but anyways, yeah. So it was a good podcast. He was nice to guys. We're gonna look into the camera. We hope you enjoy this moment as much as we do. But it was a great podcast, Preston. So that being said, what is your final word? Look for it. I ain't got it. It's supposed to be in your head.
Final word is
With a little back of your titties.
Street. Hey, that's actually a good one. I found on my case. It says street.
Cool.
Because we're.
And my final word is go. Go Pacers. You guys take it easy. We'll catch y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.
Hey guys, we hope you've enjoyed this podcast snippet. If you'd like to continue the conversation with Preston and I, just click on the next video. But always be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll be automatically notified each time we release a new episode. But until then, Martin says, peace!